My name is Chris / Mr. Hallease. Ooh, I went with the first God-given name. That's a little weird.
Just do it.
In combination with Hallease and I, we are Sans Gluten. So welcome back. And tonight we went for a run. We're exhausted, so it's the perfect night to try out a one-pot chop and dump South Texas Picadillo. It's with ground beef and just the standard tomato-based sauce. So what you're gonna need are some onions, russet potatoes, ground beef, of course, tomatoes, and jalapeno, of course, for that kick, and some kosher salt to season, and pepper. Other than that, it's just chop, literally throw it in the pot, and then just simmer it to heck and back. What is this called?
The pot?
The pot. It's a Dutch oven. We're using a Dutch oven because of reasons, but mostly because it can get nice and hot and take the abuse. So just kind of like to indiscriminately throw veggies into it. And it's a nice large vessel, tall walls or sides. Just gonna go ahead and saute the onions. Ideally, the pot would be hotter, but I'm lazy and I'm hungry now. So
I hear it sizzling. There's some sizzle there.
the pot will get there. It'll get there. I like to cut things while also having something incredibly hot on the stove. That way my attention is never fully on any one thing, and it's just divided, you know, just works up the tension a little bit. On top of it, if I'm smelling onions, and it feels like I'm doing something, so it's like the...
Wait, what'd you just do?
Oh no. Season the onions. Season the onions. Season them. Kosher salt or sea salt, I guess. Sea salt's kind of expensive, so kosher salt. So ideally you get the potatoes a little bit smaller. I like for them to break up in the stew while they're cooking.
What did you forget?
I forgot to saute the meat.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Back it up.
So what are you doing now?
Hiding my shame from the internet, but also adding the meat to the pan. Just between you and me, my cholesterol is high, so we're using 96%. They said 96% lean. That's a weird way to phrase it. It's 96% meat or beef and 4% fat. And that keeps the saturated fat low, which should, in theory, help keep your bad cholesterol down. You can either start by sauteing the onions and then throw the meat in afterwards to brown the meat. Kind of doesn't matter, depends on the type of meat that you use, really. If you're using a very fat-heavy meat, like the standard 80-20, you're gonna have to drain a ton of fat. Either way, not a ton of damage done. So we're just gonna brown the meat, add everything else back in there, and this actually gives me some time to chop up some of the other stuff, so that works. Roughly chop your tomatoes. Unless you're a little bit more anal like me, in which case you will relatively finely dice your tomatoes. Beef is browned, beef is drained. I've already cut up all the other vegetables. Literally everything else is gonna be dumped in. The only thing remaining is the jalapenos, which I saved for the end for some reason, and I don't know why. Really important to season as you go. If you wait till the very end, you end up with a dish that just needs a ton of salt. So that's why I keep adding it to the meat, to the onions, adding it to more or less the final combination here. The more that the tomatoes break down, the more liquid that will be added to the dish. You will be tempted to add water to this. Do not do that. You're gonna dilute the flavor. The flavor of the dish really just comes out with the salt and the tomatoes. Tomatoes cook down, absorb all that beef juice. Potatoes do as well. That's really where the flavor comes in, so do not dilute. Well, this is not a scientific, this is not a safe way to do this with the jalapenos, but, so what I'll do is I will chop the jalapeno top off, lick the top, bite the top. If it's bringing me excruciating agony, then I only add half the jalapeno. If I can practically eat the top, then the whole jalapeno goes in, and then we might add a second one. So, yeah, that's unfortunate. There's some good heat with that. So we're gonna use the entire jalapeno. You're really gonna leave it on medium heat. I like to do that for about 20 minutes. Really get it simmering, give it another stir, make sure nothing's sticking at the bottom. And then you're gonna put it to medium low, probably for another 20 or 30 minutes. I just like a really good long simmer. It's not really to finish cooking the dish, it's just to break down the potatoes. Again, I like the potatoes to break down a little bit to make the stew a little bit more thick. Hallease and I are gonna go take a quick shower and come back to hopefully some picadillo.
Took a shower. It was great.
Yeah, it's great.
Not because of what you think. Let's try it.
Yes, and it belongs in this episode
Oh.
because there's no gluten.
Oh, right. Yeah.
We didn't say that it was a strict baking channel.
They'll know. I'll put that somewhere.
Extremely hot, temperature-wise. Yeah, seasoning's perfect. And that's it. Take it off the heat, grab a bowl, and you're ready to go. So in the comments below, let us know if you made the recipe. Let us know if you modified the recipe. Let us know if you didn't like the recipe very much. Or if you just omitted the jalapenos altogether. Full recipe is in the description box below. Thank you for watching the video. I'm Mr. Hallease, and we'll check you on the next Sans Gluten episode.